Wow, not only is it cold out here today at about 24 degrees Fahrenheit, but look what we got today. Got a DSL setup kit. Let's get started. Let's get inside where it's warm too. Remember, open your DSL package very, very carefully. Alrighty, one Westel modem router it says, and a whole bunch of DSL fingers. No, they're actually filters, a welcome letter from Frontier telling me how glad they are to have me as a customer, which will last all of 5 minutes, and a quick start guide. Now, of course, they say when you're setting this up, disconnect your internet router, and of course I am definitely going to use a sacrificial computer for this next part because I'd rather not install their software package on my equipment if I can help it, because in general I just don't like to do those kind of things. Well, I hope this isn't the first sign of things not going very well, because look what I got here. This is a wireless router with a 4-port switch built into it, and I explicitly asked that they only send me a basic DSL modem, so may have to phone them up and see if I can get that rectified, because their routers are way behind the times and I'd really rather not use it if I could help it. Alright, well, it looks like the basic hardware installation from the phone jack over there to this router is set up and complete. So now I've got a Dell Dimension 2100, one of my loaner computers, one of these ones that you pick up for next to nothing. I can loan it out to my customers when their computers are being worked on, and if something happens to them, it's no big deal. I don't remember what's on this machine. I think a copy of Windows XP, but I don't know for absolutely sure. And I do know that I'm probably going to have to go into safe mode to set up the display resolution, because I think this is no operating system. Oh well, looks like I'm going to be loading Windows on it. Anyway, as best I remember, this old thing is a VGA only monitor. I was going to use this NEC flat panel that was given to me. I was told that it works, but either it doesn't or something happened between then and now, because it's just dead to the world. So hopefully a VGA only monitor is sufficient to get through Windows XP setup. Then I can set up my internet connection, and I can put everything in place just like I want to have it, and disconnect the cable stuff over here. I was following their instruction sheet here that tells you how to do everything. There's some very interesting things on here. I love the illustration of a Power Macintosh 8500, or maybe that's an 8100. I also love the Run Internet Explorer reference, which is really only relevant to those who are on Windows or are using Internet Explorer to begin with. I don't know what you're supposed to do if you're on a Macintosh or a Linux machine. I guess they don't want to hear from you then. But we'll see what happens in about half an hour here, maybe 45 minutes. Alright, now for the real test, because Windows is going to enter its graphical phase of setup. And by golly, looks like it might actually work. It's pretty amazing. So I think you can actually do the initial Windows XP installation on a VGA or barely SVGA monitor. And there's Windows XP up and running. Now to get it looking a little more like Windows should look. I tell you what, the Keykeeper always has a habit of showing up no matter what I'm doing.
Oh, you like my company, admit it.
No, not really. Just like you don't like mine. But there it is. Oh, that's a lot better now. It actually looks like Windows is supposed to look. And I may have just jumped the gun on this a little bit because I haven't actually gone through the Frontier setup process. So I may not actually have an internet connection. I guess we'll find out. Nope, not yet. So I guess I'll have to run through that first. Alright, well so far it's about what you'd expect. The instructions and the URL that they tell you to hit in their directions don't seem to work, but I was able to get to the point anyway by just going straight to frontier.com, and that kicked the setup process to life. And now they're making me install registration software on the computer, so I guess it's a real good thing that I had a sacrificial computer on hand. But the plus side to this, my transfer rates are looking real good. Alright everybody, I just had to get off the phone with Frontier because I needed to put this thing, apparently they don't provide a simple modem anymore. They provide these wireless router things, which, you know, I don't understand why these things are stuck at like a 2001 era level of technical advancement, because they don't seem to support any more wireless security than WEP, which is easily broken. And so I needed to get this thing put into bridge mode, which I knew how to do myself, but for some reason I couldn't get it to go ahead and get an IP address. And of course the MAC address of my wireless router is different from the computer that I used to do the setup, so I had to deal with that problem as well. But I called them up and they got things taken care of right away, so I guess now really the only thing to do is to go ahead and try uploading YouTube videos and say good night to cable if everything works, and I think that it will. And all of you viewers will know soon enough if it does, because you'll get to see this video and at least one other.